everybody. It's Jason with Grumpy's Woodturning here in Newmarket, Tennessee. A couple things I wanted to touch on. If you didn't see my previous video, I'll show you here in a second. Right down here, 60 pounds, 60 pounds, right there, 60 and 60. Both of them were filled with sand to stop my nice and clean Jet 1014 from falling over if I happen to have a seizure again while standing here. Just to let y'all know, I do most likely, or most of the time, I do have an idea of when I will have a seizure. I shake, and I'm not having one now, but I get this, my hands will start to vibrate like this. My head will I can feel my head start to do some shaking. Even my mouth will sometimes shake. I can actually feel my teeth start to hit each other, and my tongue will go numb. Sometimes that leads into a heart attack too, but anyway, but sometimes if it hits really, really fast, there's nothing I can do about it. Sometimes when it hits fast, I can't sit down or anything like that. It just hits me. I have what they call, and I've had so many things. I've been, what do you call it? I've been brought back, for lack of better words, so many times. Resuscitated so many times. They've used the paddles on me a lot of times. They've done CPR multiple times, and I've been without oxygen. My heart, my brain, all my other faculties were shutting down. So that's, no oxygen to the brain is, from all those different times, it's really screwed me up. So I've really lost a lot of there are things I just can't remember. Unfortunately, there's people that I've worked with for a very long time, people even in my fire crew, my fire department, people I've worked with at the hospital for years. I'm talking years that I don't remember anymore. They've come up to me, and Jennifer's my wife. She's talked to them, and I mean, they understand what's going on, but they've tried talking to me, and I don't know why, yelling at me, trying to get me to remember, hey Jason, do you remember me? That doesn't help. It just makes me feel weird and uncomfortable. But anyway, the point of this video is I'm trying to be as safe as I can. There are wood turners out there. Now that I've actually posted that video, I was contacted by many people that were glad. Some people were upset. There was a lot of people that were upset that I posted it. Some people were scared. Quite a few people were scared, actually. They were afraid that, I was going to fall. They were, glad that this cherry log, actually cherry tree, right down here's the base, where it had split and come up into another one. I got it for the twist. That's the reason I got it. But I will be cutting this one apart here short, before the end of the year is when I plan on it. I want to turn this section to this section into a, well, I don't know if yeah, it's wet still, definitely. But I wanted to turn it into a, like a lamp, run a rod down through the middle of it, but I'm not sure if it lines up straight anymore the way I was looking at it. But there's There's some significant rot right there, so I'm not quite sure. But anyway, back to what I was saying. They were glad that this thing didn't, because in the video you can see me kicking it right here, and they were glad it didn't tip up or hit, fall over on me right there. I've had super glue dried to my face from Seizures from when I had built model cars. I've had the car stuck to my face. Had to shave my beard and hair and stuff like that off before. Right here is where I keep all my, let me get up. Right here's because I don't have proper space to put my stuff yet, but right here's where I have all my, and I just now sharpened everything, so these are still warm. And right here's, for now, this is where I keep all my chisels. So they were glad that I didn't knock this over or fall on it, or impale myself with it. I can't wait to use this. I'll tell you about it in a little bit. But I got my carbides here. I haven't used this yet. Can't wait. Over here, chainsaw, spare wood, bowls I haven't finished yet. It's first turnings on them. Yeah, I did land on that. I had on my grinding table. But not going to pull it over. But as you can see, this is all the room I have inside my shop. That's it. And for a better look, that's my shop. Just that little turning space right there. So that's why I've been trying, basically begging for everybody to help me with my, get donations to help me out with my shop fund. Trying to get because my club is helping me, my wood turning club, they're helping me out. I just need help getting more money into so that I can get a bigger one that's not rotting like that. My floors are rotting out, but we're all trying to. Everybody's doing what they can to try to help me get one that's better access and closer to the house, where my wife can keep an eye on me and stuff like that, with a handicap ramp and all that, like I've got going into the house and that kind of stuff. Anyway, that being said, I just want to let everybody know that safety wise, I'm doing what I can. It's not going to pull over on me. There is absolutely nothing I can do, or anybody else that has seizures or anything, any kind of issues. We all wear masks. We all do that kind of stuff. So there's nothing anybody can do if they fall forward into a wood project if they're turning wood. There's just, unless you tie a strap to yourself and have it hanging from an eye hook or something like that, and then you hook and you just go, you can't go no further. But there's nothing we can do about it. It's part of the hobby. I really can't think of anything else that we can do. And no, I'm not going to hook a bungee strap. I'm not a 2-year-old walking through Disney. So, anyway, I'm gonna get the door. There you go. All right. Well, that being said, I wanted to bring something up. Instead of starting another video, I wanted to bring something up. If y'all have a, where are we at? Here we go. I'm sure a lot of us have these Rikon 8-inch bench grinders, slow grinders, and unless you're very lucky, you've got the diamond bits. That's one of the $200 or $230 spins that I'd like to do. At least one of them, a 380 grit is what I'd like to put over, a 350, I think, or 380, I can't remember, 320, that's it. I'd like to put a soft one over on this side, and then put the 380 on this side, or 320 on this side. Anyway, I called this 1-877-884-5167 right here for customer service. It rings up to a internet company, and I've dialed it making sure I dialed the correct number multiple times. So I caught, when I finally looked it up on internet, I got a hold of them and let them know about this issue, and they said, yeah, they're having issues with that for some reason. Sometimes it works at Rikon, sometimes it goes to some weird internet company. They're having an issue with it, so I don't know what the deal is. So I just called the internet, or I just called the one off that I got off the internet. So when I'm running this has a wobble to it. They tried, we tried walking me through where you turn this little turns at a time, tighten it back up to get the wobble out of it. None of it worked. Even when you try turning this one, it's a real pain in the butt to keep doing this, but I went through the steps that they asked me to, and then I went through the steps of this one. Then they say when you're totally done with it, then you have to take it off and make sure your shaft isn't bent. So I went through that, went through all that on this side first, and shaft runs straight. It was true. The shaft ran true. And then I come over here, take this one off. This one has this one over on this side has a crack. But when you take it all the way off on this side, inside here, the crack doesn't show, but it has a chunk missing out of it on the inside. So I slowly slid it back in place and put the chunk back in it and super glued it, which really doesn't matter. And I snugged it up. I didn't tighten it to break it, but I snugged it back up. And the stones will be sent to me as soon as they get them. The issue is the stones are coming out of China, and there's some kind of embargo that's going on with China with the United States, and the minerals to make these stones, is what they're saying, is only coming out of China. So these stones are made in China, the minerals for them are in China, and we can't get new stones because of the embargo. Which means if you break your stone, you're just going to be without a grinder, using your slow grinder for a while, so you might as well just go and try to buy a diamond. So they said whenever stones start coming back into the United States, they got a whole list of back orders across the United States to get the diamonds, or these kind shipped out to everybody. So whenever those come in, which they don't know, they'll start coming in. But that's something I just wanted to pass on to everybody and let them know that that's what the big wait is, if anybody needed one or whatever. But I know that they have me down for 2, and they're not sure when they're going to come in. That being said, I thought I'd just pass on some information to y'all and let it go with that. All right, well, I appreciate everybody's time, and everybody just keep making dust. This is Jason with Grumpy's Woodturning in Newmarket, Tennessee. Talk to y'all later.
Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Surely heaven waits for you.